I wake up early.
I wake up early.
I open my eyes.
I open my eyes.
I hear the alarm ringing.
I hear the alarm ringing.
I turn off the alarm.
I turn off the alarm.
I yawn and rub my eyes.
I yawn and rub my eyes.
I get out of bed.
I get out of bed.
I put on my slippers.
I put on my slippers.
I stand on the floor.
I stand on the floor.
I stretch my arms.
I stretch my arms.
I make my bed.
I make my bed.
I enter the bathroom.
I enter the bathroom.
I turn on the bathroom light.
I turn on the bathroom light.
I wash my hands.
I wash my hands.
I splash water on my face.
I splash water on my face.
I rinse my face.
I rinse my face.
I dry my face.
I dry my face.
I apply some face cream.
I apply some face cream.
I look in the mirror.
I look in the mirror.
I pick up my toothbrush.
I pick up my toothbrush.
I brush my teeth thoroughly.
I brush my teeth thoroughly.
I dry my hands.
I dry my hands.
I leave the bathroom.
I leave the bathroom.
I head to my room.
I head to my room.
I open my closet.
I open my closet.
I select my outfit.
I select my outfit.
I put on my shirt.
I put on my shirt.
I comb my hair.
I comb my hair.
I glance out the window.
I glance out the window.
I go to the kitchen.
I go to the kitchen.
I water my plants.
I water my plants.
I feed my pet.
I feed my pet.
I check the weather forecast.
I check the weather forecast.
I take a glass.
I take a glass.
I fill the glass with water.
I fill the glass with water.
I sip the water.
I sip the water.
I place the glass in the sink.
I place the glass in the sink.
I open the refrigerator.
I open the refrigerator.
I grab some bread.
I grab some bread.
I slice the bread.
I slice the bread.
I have my breakfast.
I have my breakfast.
I chew slowly.
I chew slowly.
I swallow my meal.
I swallow my meal.
I shut the refrigerator.
I shut the refrigerator.
I take a seat.
I take a seat.
I get up again.
I get up again.
I go to the hallway.
I go to the hallway.
I pick up my coat.
I pick up my coat.
I wear my coat.
I wear my coat.
I put on my pants.
I put on my pants.
I put on my socks.
I put on my socks.
I lace up my shoes.
I lace up my shoes.
I open the front door.
I open the front door.
I go outside.
I go outside.
I lock the door.
I lock the door.
I greet my neighbors.
I greet my neighbors.
I buy a coffee on my way.
I buy a coffee on my way.
I walk.
I walk.
I go down the street.
I go down the street.
I breathe fresh air.
I breathe fresh air.
I look at the sky.
I look at the sky.
I cross the street.
I cross the street.
I pause at a traffic light.
I pause at a traffic light.
I walk towards the bus stop.
I walk towards the bus stop.
I wait for the bus.
I wait for the bus.
I smell freshly baked bread.
I smell freshly baked bread.
I keep walking.
I keep walking.
I buy a coffee on my way.
I buy a coffee on my way.
I chat with a colleague.
I chat with a colleague.
I enter my office.
I enter my office.
I sit at my desk.
I sit at my desk.
I organize my desk.
I organize my desk.
I make a to-do list.
I make a to-do list.
I write an email.
I write an email.
I review a document.
I review a document.
I attend a meeting.
I attend a meeting.
I take a short break.
I take a short break.
I leave my workplace.
I leave my workplace.
I walk towards the bus stop.
I walk towards the bus stop.
I wait for the bus again.
I wait for the bus again.
I look out the window.
I look out the window.
I observe the passing vehicles.
I observe the passing vehicles.
I notice the tall buildings.
I notice the tall buildings.
I get off the bus.
I get off the bus.
I walk in the park.
I walk in the park.
I sit on a park bench.
I sit on a park bench.
I give my legs a rest.
I give my legs a rest.
I briefly shut my eyes.
I briefly shut my eyes.
I stand up again.
I stand up again.
I wander through the park.
I wander through the park.
I watch the birds.
I watch the birds.
I listen to the breeze.
I listen to the breeze.
I leave the park.
I leave the park.
I return home.
I return home.
I unlock my door.
I unlock my door.
I step inside my home.
I step inside my home.
I take off my coat.
I take off my coat.
I hang my coat.
I hang my coat.
I enter the living room.
I enter the living room.
I open a window.
I open a window.
I sit on the couch.
I sit on the couch.
I relax a little.
I relax a little.
I pick up a book.
I pick up a book.
Flip a page.
Flip a page.
I put down the book.
I put down the book.
I slowly stand up.
I slowly stand up.
I return to the kitchen.
I return to the kitchen.
I rinse an apple.
I rinse an apple.
I take a bite of the apple.
I take a bite of the apple.
I enjoy the taste.
I enjoy the taste.
I leave the kitchen.
I leave the kitchen.
I sit at the dining table.
I sit at the dining table.
I open another book.
I open another book.
I read a chapter.
I read a chapter.
I close the book.
I close the book.
I place the book on the shelf.
I place the book on the shelf.
I stretch my neck.
I stretch my neck.
I enter the dining room.
I enter the dining room.
I take a plate.
I take a plate.
I pour soup into the plate.
I pour soup into the plate.
I taste the soup.
I taste the soup.
I finish my meal.
I finish my meal.
I wipe my mouth.
I wipe my mouth.
I wash the plate.
I wash the plate.
I dry the plate.
I dry the plate.
I put the plate away.
I put the plate away.
I exit the dining room.
I exit the dining room.
I go back to the living room.
I go back to the living room.
I sit on the carpet.
I sit on the carpet.
I cross my legs.
I cross my legs.
I close my eyes.
I close my eyes.
I breathe slowly.
I breathe slowly.
I breathe deeply.
I breathe deeply.
I clear my mind.
I clear my mind.
I open my eyes.
I open my eyes.
I quietly stand up.
I quietly stand up.
I walk to the bookshelf.
I walk to the bookshelf.
I pick up a magazine.
I pick up a magazine.
I browse through the pages.
I browse through the pages.
I read an article.
I read an article.
I put the magazine back.
I put the magazine back.
I approach the window.
I approach the window.
I watch the sunset.
I watch the sunset.
I admire the colors.
I admire the colors.
I close the window.
I close the window.
I draw the curtains.
I draw the curtains.
I turn on the lamp.
I turn on the lamp.
I pick up my phone.
I pick up my phone.
I check the time.
I check the time.
I set my phone down.
I set my phone down.
I go to the kitchen once more.
I go to the kitchen once more.
I make a sandwich.
I make a sandwich.
I eat the sandwich.
I eat the sandwich.
I relax with a cup of tea.
I relax with a cup of tea.
I return to the living room.
I return to the living room.
I sit on the couch.
I sit on the couch.
I call my parents.
I call my parents.
I turn on the TV.
I turn on the TV.
I watch a short program.
I watch a short program.
I turn off the TV.
I turn off the TV.
I stand up.
I stand up.
I walk to the bathroom.
I walk to the bathroom.
I wash my hands.
I wash my hands.
I brush my teeth.
I brush my teeth.
I look at my reflection.
I look at my reflection.
I turn off the bathroom light.
I turn off the bathroom light.
I leave the bathroom.
I leave the bathroom.
I enter my bedroom.
I enter my bedroom.
I open a drawer.
I open a drawer.
I put on my pajamas.
I put on my pajamas.
I place my clothes in a basket.
I place my clothes in a basket.
I walk to the bed.
I walk to the bed.
I sit on the bed.
I sit on the bed.
I lie down.
I lie down.
I rest my head on the pillow.
I rest my head on the pillow.
I look at the ceiling.
I look at the ceiling.
I close my eyes.
I close my eyes.
I relax my shoulders.
I relax my shoulders.
I reflect on the day.
I reflect on the day.
I plan my day for tomorrow.
I plan my day for tomorrow.